Sometimes when you're doing your quality control checks, you might not need to see every single column, only the ones that relate to the task that you're working on. So you can see here I have this inspection section, and we can scroll to the right and see there's lots of different columns. Now if I'm doing a task, for example, comparing my sample IDs, I had to scroll all the way to the right to see this sample ID column. It would be nicer if it was just here on the left hand side. So what we can do is we can actually hide some of the columns. There's a couple of ways you can do this. The first one is this. Click on this little icon next to any column, switch to this view here, and then you can either deselect the things you don't want, like so, or if you have only a few columns that you need to see, which is my case, then you could deselect everything and then cherry pick the things that you do want, like so. So that's a great way to quickly show the columns that you want. Now there's another way, like I say, to be able to hide columns. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to close and reopen this section just to reset any settings that we had on this table. The other way to hide columns is simply to click and drag the column off the table. If you drag it outside of the confines of the table, then it will be hidden. So we can do that very quickly to hide these columns here. For example, just dragging them up as we go. Now if you want to reset the columns, you can either close and reopen them like so, or the alternative is to click on this little icon again and you can reset the columns. Or there's one final way, let's do the last one, which is to go back to this view here and then select all by just clicking this box at the top. So those are some ways that you can hide and then re-show those columns that you're interested in. This is going to be a great feature for when you are doing a specific task and you don't want to be overwhelmed with every single bit of data.